Where's the clerk?
The meeting will come to order as soon as we find the clerk.
I'm here.
There she is.
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. Would you please turn off electronic equipment as we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Attention, salute. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please, Johanna.
Mayor Becker.
Here.
Commissioner Amadeo.
Here.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Here.
We have before us minutes of our March 2nd meetings. Are there any additions or corrections? What is your pleasure?
I'll make a motion, we accept those.
I'll second that motion.
Mayor Becker.
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo.
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes.
We have for approval a proclamation proclaiming March 19th to 25th as National Poison Prevention Week in the state of New Jersey.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Mayor Becker.
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo.
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg.
Yes.
We will now open for public comment. You have, as usual, 3 minutes. You may discuss any subject at all.
Good.
Sewell 22 West Drive. Mayor, it's time to get the bats out of your belfry and bell the cat that is the rogue school board that steadfastly refuses to abide by its solemn sworn oath to provide a thorough and efficient education. Mayor, you have been the enabler-in-chief in the nonstop wretched excess of the Board of Education. You've repeatedly appointed fiscally irresponsible board members with an endless, unbridled, unfettered sense of entitlement. They rant for a pimp, bling daddy, spanking new school when the bonds on the totally superfluous Ross School are still being paid for. Do recall that addressing the millstone of bonded indebtedness was the very reason Richard Deeney was brought on board. Our inexperienced superintendent has announced plans for yet more bonded indebtedness for both schools, one of which must be closed in short order. Mayor, your refusal to appoint board members who won't break their solemn sworn oaths of office has cost taxpayers dearly. As Herbie Lipson pointed out, Margate taxpayers are forking over $30,000 more per teacher per year than affluent Morristown. Your largesse is extremely egregious, especially in light of the fact that you have a most serious conflict of interest. Ethically, Mayor, you must recuse yourself from ever voting on any school budget, and ditto for your two co-conspirators. Let the county school superintendent review and rubber stamp the school budget instead. Mayor, your old buddy, J.B. Sless, liked to crow that he wasn't raising the school budget. Perhaps he was banking on your dementia to be unable to appreciate that the cost per pupil per year was soaring as the school population was plummeting. Mayor, do what needs to be done, or in this case, not done, and vote no on the budget, and rightly demand right sizing of the schools to just the one school by the end of this June. Mayor, your solemn sworn oath demands nothing less, so man up and show some intestinal fortitude for a change. This is what's going on with the schools is simply outrageous. Having last year 3 kindergartners classes averaging less than 10 is insane. Even Joanne Colzer noted. You got 15 seconds, Mayor. You keep it. I've had enough.
Me too, John. Is there any other public comment?
Steve Warner, 103 North Sumner Avenue. To some extent, I agree with John, but I think we should go about it a little differently, okay? I think that there should be a thorough study done as to what, the proper way to go from two schools to one school, to do it and before, while this study is being done, we shouldn't borrow any more money to put into either of these schools until we're sure exactly what we're going to do, because it could just be a complete waste of money. It could be just ripped out. So I think that before there's any more bonded indebtedness with the school board, that a decision should be made how we're going forward, and then use the money to go forward and to try to do it in an intelligent way that makes sense for the future, rather than just haphazardly borrow and spend for the sake of borrowing and spending. So before we do that, let's decide exactly what we're going to do. That's the one thing I would like to say. Second thing I'd like to say, I mentioned a couple of meetings ago about this Narcan situation, and I happened to hear on the NPR last week that there's a city in Ohio, I believe, and they've experienced a lot of Narcan rescues there, and they found it's the same people, that they're just bringing them back and back and back. So in order to meet that problem, right now what they're doing is they're taking the people that have the Narcan and they're sending them, requiring them to go to like 6 months in a facility, let's say Ancora, something like that, to get the treatment they need, okay? Because otherwise, they're, it doesn't work. You're just delaying it. And not only that, these people that are doing this realize that they're going to be brought back by the city, and they take even more drugs. They push it even further. And so it's making the problem even worse than it is. So I think we ought to think about that. And I happen to know a couple of the people that have been brought back, which is great, but it's not helping anything. Okay, it's just delaying what's going to happen. And I think a lot of people know that. If you know who the people are, you know what's going to happen. So if you want to help the people, then for their own good, send them somewhere where they can be treated. Don't just put them back on the street in 2 days. They're doing the same damn thing. I've seen them wandering, doing the same thing. So I just think that that's something that should be taken under consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
I agree with you. That's a good point. Well, I would never do that.
Any other public comment? Motion to close public comment.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Yeah.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeus?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
We will now open public comment on resolutions and adoption of ordinances. Is there any public comment on any of the items on the agenda? Being no comment, we will close public comment.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Johanna?
May I have a motion on the introduction of Resolution 2017 General Capital Ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
I will second that.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for ordinance number 5, 2017, Utility Capital Ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 1, 2017?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2, 2017?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 3, 2017?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 54, 2017, authorizing bill payment and claim?
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 55, 2017, authorizing change order number 1 for ElectroQuest?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 56, 2017, authorizing change order number 1 for 2015 state aid of Winchester Avenue?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 57, 2017, authorizing annual recycling tonnage grant?
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 58, 2017, authorizing disposal of surplus property?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 59, 2017, authorizing budget introduction?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
May I have a motion for resolution number 60, 2017, authorizing award of landscape contract and maintenance?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Thank you, Johanna.
You're
Is
welcome.
there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Thank you all for being here.
Nice job.